It is a fact that science fiction is a genre that is very fashionable in recent times.
It is present in everything, practically, today almost everything. We have everything from movies about superheroes, movies that are traditionally the kind of science fiction that we've always known.
However, the question remains, is it really just a genre for consumption? Is it really a minor genre? Is it really worth writing without that fiction? Or is it a waste of time to read it? The question is not entirely idle. It actually came up during a book presentation I attended. I was at the table together with the author, and at one point an older gentleman intervened, rather interrupted, and asked about the subject of science fiction and gave me his explanations. He told me that science fiction for him was a minor genre, that it was basically a genre for consumption, and that it was practically a genre that did not deserve to be read or consumed by an educated person or a fan of good literature. Well, finally, is it a waste to read science fiction? Isn't it worth writing?
I'm going to give you my opinion.
I consider that science fiction is actually a genre that gives us many possibilities because we can write in code. In this way, if you, for example, live in an authoritarian regime or want to deal with a sensitive issue and do not know how to address it, or if you know that addressing it will bring you some kind of legal or other consequence, then you can use the resources of the science fiction genre.
How? Well, if you want to talk about a dictatorship or about the fight of some brave warriors against a very, very strong power that seems invincible, and you want to give it an aureole of epicity, then you can very well use the resources of science fiction. And I am not telling you something that you do not know, because what I have just referenced is nothing more and nothing less than the argument of the war in the galaxies.
Well, in this way, through science fiction you can talk about reality, but in a metaphorical way, in a way encrypted in a code.
So does science fiction end up being a waste? I do not think so.
Science fiction is a very usable genre, and it is a genre that allows us to broaden our artistic spectrum. It is not a waste.
It is a past of popular genres.
For example, it was said that writing detective novels was only entertainment for teenagers or idle people. The same was also said of the adventure novel. However, today we find that these genres have been revalued. There are even very prestigious writers who speak highly of the detective novel and the adventure novel. Very deep novels have been written in the field of detective fiction. Suffice it to say just one example, The Name of the Rose. A very complex and very well-written novel. Needless to say about other types of authors, for example, we have George Simeon, who created a character, Commissioner Magritte, who is imbued with an overflowing humanity, and in whose cases, rather than inquire about who the murderer is, who is responsible for the crime, it is interesting to inquire about the human soul, about the soul of the victim, and sometimes also of the criminal. So, finally, what conclusion do we come to? Is science fiction a waste of time? Well, no. I believe that it is a genre that deserves to be read and that deserves to be cultivated. Well, at this point I would like to know your opinion. If you disagree with me or have a different point of view, or you think you agree with what I say, then I would invite you to say your opinion in the comment box. And well, we would be seeing each other at another time, on another occasion, and I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, then give me a like and we'll see each other another time. See you later.